Hello, hello. I hope I'm audible and you guys can hear me. Great meeting with you after a few days. I had to take down my last video, which I touched upon the tryouts. I'm not sure it was used rightly or looked at rightly by some of the viewers. So I thought it is good to take it down for now. Um, but today is a time when uh, U13 selection game have ended on this Sunday. Also, a few things have happened. I think about that availability has been confirmed by players for the future selection events, if there's any. So cannons have gone silent in that sense in Bay Area for U13 perspective. Her perspective, and I thought we can touch upon few things here. Uh, so U13 selection games have been done, and need to congratulate USA board for that. I think it was a very well organized event by and large uh, in Chandramount WRMS. I think three games were there per team. Four teams were playing. So 360 overs of cricket was played, if I'm not wrong, in those 3 days. So it's good enough. So I think that is good sample size for selectors to take a look. Uh, and what a talent on display, of course. Like most of you, I was also not there for all the games, but whatever I got to see on those 3 days, um, batting wise, sixes were going out of the park. There were straight drives, there were cover drives, there was defensive technique when needed. Bowling wise, fast. We saw swinging balls taking edges. We saw Yorkers. We saw length ball taking stumps. We saw bouncing out batters. Spin wise, of course, we saw big flights by some spinners. We saw keeping it tight with dot balls, a lot of them. So, a lot of variations there. Keeping wise, some got behinds, great runouts, some wides were saved, good stumpings, and some misses as well. Uh, and fielding wise, we saw some really good catches taken by some fielders and good ground fielding as well, good throws. So yeah, there was a lot on display, and selectors have their handful. But I have to give it to the selectors. It is tough to watch those 360 overs sitting there by the whole day. But I think they was quite actively involved, at least since sometimes when I saw it, for example, day two, at least in the morning and afternoon game, both games I saw, I think ball captains were asked not to bowl particular bowlers more because they were doing good and they saw them enough. Uh, so that is a good sign where they actually actively looking at things as selector and making some decisions. That also says they may not look at stats for these three games in silo, which is pride because the batters have retired, bowlers have been given certain opportunities, so they will look at it differently. But all powers to them to make right decisions, and I think they will. Um, so all done and dusted finally for from Bay Area U13 perspective. Nothing more is going to happen this year for U13 Bay Area. Um, and some feedback I got from some of you were good games, loved it, good competition was on display. And some people also ask, can we get this, can we have this kind of competition right from the start on the hub? And it's a good feedback. I appreciate the feedback. I think definitely there are chances where some of these can be implemented in future. Uh, so, yeah, and selectors and board members were also there throughout those games. Uh, so absolutely, it was good. Uh, so, but also we need to think how we think, right? Like uh, most of the times we have to play with the card dealt with. We cannot choose how we play. But if you need to split hair, you can keep doing that as an individual for a long time. I'm just reflect on myself before pointing fingers, right? I can easily say, hey, my son is a bowler and he will always came in as sixth bowler or fifth bowler into bowling. So there are always situations where game was done, batsmen were set, or game was done, wickets were taken. Uh, but you know, that's so what? Like it is what it is that we have to display our talent in a chances provided to us. I don't see, we cannot split hairs like that, right? uh, so I think lot of things like wicket keepers, if you talk to some of them, will say that, hey, we want first 15 overs of the keeping, uh, because then we can take ages and batters are not set and we can show our display of keeping. And if you get first in inning keeping, then they sometimes say we want second side after 15 overs so that we can get some, we can show us keeping against spinners and take some stumpings and stuff. So all of these are going to be there, right? Fast bowler typically want to bowl with new ball, but then there are good batters at opening, and if you get hit, you will feel you want to come a little later. And there are bowlers who always came really late, a first change, second change. They'll feel they never got a new ball, right? So uh, it's always a challenge. Batters want to open the batting, but then they feel there are some real fast and bouncy bowlers dishing them good ball rather than to come in later in middle order. And middle order batters thinks that, hey, I would have gone open, I could have got play longer inning. So these situations will remain, guys. I don't see uh, how to get it all for everyone, right? I don't see that, including myself or my child as well. I think we should be good enough with what has happened. Overall, I think overall this throughout the hub, and especially with tryouts and selections, my suggestion to parents is, don't get too emotional, uh, right? uh, don't get too emotional, like it's okay. Sometimes you are right, but then you are player parent, right? And not a decision maker. So something how outsider see can be different and sometimes can be little incorrect. So what, right? That's life. I feel we are too invested, and stakes are very small to be that invested. Think about it. Like I keep saying that, and I know I keep saying as a repeat machine, but so many times, so many things happen to us. Your promotion get denied into office. Uh, there are bad bosses which you get in office. uh, Office currently some companies are doing job reduction. uh, some of time we get impacted, so lot of injustice, much more than what happening perceived happening can be happening here with few, happens to us. Then why now, right? So, and I totally understand, it is a child uh, of our own. People are putting effort into coaching. People are maybe compromising on their career as well. uh, but the money is spent and getting coaching, maybe one-on-one, say one-on-one, all of that. But so what? Like, so what? Why the entitlement, right? That's okay. I don't think it is too early to get that eager or that emotional or that agitated, right? This is not something U19 selections are happening, U23 is happening, where that's the last or some of the last opportunities. This is just a start for a lot of these players. So some of these failures actually make them toughen and also will make them resilient in certain ways. It's just that why not me and why somebody else? That question, when it comes, it becomes little challenging in that regard. But I want to believe, uh, I don't think we should be thinking too much. Also, I think a lot of you know. Like, think about this. Uh, I was just thinking, which US born cricketer you're aware of today, or US born or US raised, uh, is making much more than a fresher software engineer starting a job in the industry today. You can take a cricketer who's played 10 years of cricket, I'm fine with that, much more experience versus somebody has just done the undergrad and then gone into as a software engineer into the workforce. Um, like, who is earning more, right? We all know that. So that's what I'm saying. Stakes are not that high. Why we need to be so emotional about things? Uh, let's be little restrained. Let them enjoy the game. That should be the focus of it. This beautiful game of cricket teaches us a lot, right? Overall, so let's not get too sensitive about all of these issues. Um, and uh, I'm not telling you anything new, right? I know I'm preaching today, but then comments I got from previous videos which I had to take down, and feedback I'm hearing sometimes is very eccentric, and that's why I wanted to say this. I like I don't want to tell you how to how to how to react or how to take it, because I am one of you. I'm no different. But then भाई हजामत करने के लिए आईना दिखाना पड़ता है, right? So that kind of thing happening. So let's keep it simple. It's not end of anything. Long time to go. Lots of cricket to come. Players who get selected have our best wishes, and players who don't get selected already saved a few $1,000s for their parents. So let's have a party with that. Uh, so that's how I'm looking at it. I don't see it's end of world uh, for all of us. Overall, I think whomsoever gets in will be a good team, and whomsoever misses out, a lot of them will be also, I would say, uh, worthy enough to be part of those teams which are going to play final conference game, because there's a lot of talent in Bay Area, and which we saw in selection games. Overall, selection games were much more better way to go about things, and I will talk in detail about what we should be doing in future in these options of area cricket. We did talk with a couple of parents as well in our previous game commentary. If you hear in between, we did touch upon that. So there are some reforms which we can do, I believe, for future. Right? It doesn't need to do any knee-jerk reaction at this point of time. At this point of time, I think we just need to go and say well done to the board officials and all the people who have contributed, volunteered to it. So there's a lot of effort gone in. There is a scope of improvement. Don't get me wrong. Definitely a scope of improvement, but that can be done in future. And I believe I was in a meeting where they asked for feedback as well, emailing. So please feel to provide your constructive feedback to USAC Bay Area Hub uh, email. Right? We can all make it happen. Right? So yeah, whether we can create a fire if you want, but remember, if with the fire, uh, along with dry leaf, wet leaves also get burnt. Rather, why don't we just create those mashals, those torch, and light one after another, and try to get some change, which is constructive for the future for this batch of cricketers, also upcoming cricketers. So I think we all can do that. So come on, get your feedback. Attend those board meetings, guys. Like I know all of us are busy, but then things will not change if you do not come and voice your opinion. There is 2 minutes given to every audience member to speak up. Speak up your heart in a constructive manner, and then yeah, things will happen slowly, but surely will happen, because as I said, I am one of you. I want to believe all the board members also one of us. So we are all same people, interested in our own children cricket, and also interested in overall, at least Bay Area uh, cricket infrastructure and cricket players, right? And that's why we are here. So I think our most of our intentions are similar. So I don't see much difference in terms of demographic of people who are around. We all same. So let's get towards that. So enough of this philosophical talk. Again, we all be waiting for the list to come out for the selected players. I think they said I think it's going to come out next week sometime. Today's 20th, 27th maybe. So in between, there's a longer Memorial Day weekend. There's a few competitions happening, a few what you call tournaments happening. One of them is Bay Area Premier League. I'm looking forward to that as well. Uh, so hope to see you on the ground on Stanford Park in Pleasanton um, on this Saturday. We're going to have some good games, including under lights as well. So let's see that. But overall, thank you board, and thank you everyone. Good games, and thank you selectors. It was games were good. It was an enjoyable experience by and large. for the players, I will to believe. So see you soon, guys. Thank you. Stay tuned.